Hey everybody, it's Party Elite. Welcome you back to another episode of our Planet Zoo franchise mode Let's Play, where we're going to dive right back into Elite Zoo North to finish off a few things today, hopefully, and then move on to bigger and newer projects at Elite Zoo North. As always, folks, if you've been enjoying this series and you'd like to see it continue, please don't hesitate to keep letting me know by leaving a like and a comment down below. I know I sound like a broken record, but it does really make a very big difference, especially with Let's Plays as they go on for a very long period of time. It lets me know how many people are interested in watching the series continue at pace. So yeah, if you don't mind letting me know, please don't hesitate. And plus, on top of that, as I always say, folks, I love reading through the comments. There's always good insight, great ideas, and it's really nice to read people's reactions to what's going on. I really like building, moments, and for me, I loved looking at all the comments and seeing how everybody was responding to the not just the design of the memorial, but also to its existence and to what it stands for. It's always nice to see people. I guess, come together for moments in gaming. There's a reason why I believe in role-playing, even when I'm playing strategy games and things like that. I believe the story is really what's most, I guess, impactful. I'm not a min-maxer. I don't like that type of perfection personally. I understand why some people do it. It's not for me. So it was really nice reading through your comments, and so many of you had so many nice things to say, not just about the work or anything, but just about the tale we've woven together, so to speak. Still really happy with just how dynamic this sculpture is as well. I love how this is at an angle, like so playful, this little baby, and then over here a bit more formal, and then of course our majestic sculpture that I love. At one point looked like a blender of like a bunch. All of our animals are thrown into a blender. At one point looked like sexy Kermit. So many good I guess jokes. I don't call them burns. They're burns, but they're funny. I don't want y'all to think that I didn't like it. I thought it was hilarious. But yeah, really happy with this. Now, it was pointed out actually that part of our memorial is not visible from the standard viewing point, and it's a bit of a shame, etc., etc. Don't disagree, but it was kind of intentional. I mean, these are references to animals that no guest will ever see again. So in my head it was sort of like it's there, they're up there, but you'll never see them, just like all the animals that we're remembering here. Now there were a couple of things that were pointed out, and I'll mention the things that were pointed out as I actually do some work over here, so we're being productive, I suppose. But it was pointed out that maybe it's not such a good idea to name all the animals inside. And as much as I initially really wanted to do that, and I do have to give a shout out to you in the comments, those of you that went back and got all the names and put them all together, or have been keeping them all together, like, honestly, respect, like, thank you very much. That's some serious dedication, and I got to give that a proper shout. But then like, to add to that, during the last session, or in the last session's comments, many of you were mentioning that it'll just get cluttered, it's too much work coming back here every time, which names get included, which get excluded, do we not care about our beetles and all this and that and whatnot, and the other thing. And so I got to thinking about it. It's like, that's a good point. So maybe, like, basically the implication was that maybe we in our head canon say that these columns are inscribed with the names of all the animals, but we don't actually go in there and do it. I did get some good suggestions as to how we could. That there's a editable sign, the smallest editable sign, I think it was, is something that you can, if I place it down over here, apparently, well, let's go ahead and, I'm doing this more as a showcase, because I believe this is what the suggestion was, is a test. This is a test, I said. So what I should be able to do, apparently, is tuck it in so that all that sticks out is the lettering. And I don't know if that works for everything, but yeah, I'm not, kind of. Oh, wow, yeah, you have to be, like, really precise, but it would work. But, I mean, I hear those of you that are saying that it would be too much time and effort and this, that, and the other thing. Not that I don't like putting in time and effort, but is it what's its value, right, for our playthrough, and does it really look right too? I mean, the inscriptions would be smaller, much neater. So I'm gonna hold off on that because I think that's a good point, and I have to mull over that. So that's one thing. We added some grass over here because it needs to be grassy. And the other thing is it'd be nice if some of these trees, and don't worry, I will be doing. There will be at leap one time lapse today. There might be 2 time lapses, and I've seen many of you mention like, hey, like, can we get a new animal in here? Coming up real soon. I hope today. If not today, then the next session this week. We're definitely getting a new animal. At some point this week. I shouldn't say this session, next session, but some point this week, I want to get a new animal. And I know it can be frustrating to just see things get finished off rather than new things get done. But I guess that's the price we pay for going so intricate and elaborate with basically everything we do. It's hard to get them done. There we go. Yeah, this was the view that we're talking about. Like, oh, it's unfortunate that the view got blocked by the trees, but we have it now. We have it back. So let's see. What else do we have going on over here? Got the grass, we've got the view, we've got the sculptures. There was another suggestion, which I did like a lot, however, I'm a little hesitant about. The suggestion was that it'd be nice to have some of our other animals that we've lost, you know, in the area. My only concern with that... let's try this, alright? My only concern with doing this is that the... not all the animals are actually available in similar sculptures. That's my one major problem with this. So again, trying to respect all the animals that we've, you know, had at the zoo. So we've got the antelope that can represent our pronghorn antelope, of course. We've got our tiger as well, but you can see right away we've got a problem. The tiger doesn't exist in this sculpture format. Instead, it exists in this sculpture format. And it's just like, well, it doesn't really feel the same at all. You know what I mean? It doesn't feel the same at all. And like I could probably do something interesting with it, but you know, I just don't like look at the difference between these two already, right? Like the antelope looks so much better than this. So I just don't think, unfortunately, as much as I love the idea, and I really do, the idea of all these animals converging at the memorial, like, oh my god, gives me like Lion King vibes, you know, from the opening. But unfortunately, I just don't, the pieces aren't there to do it right, unfortunately. But with that said, I think there was one last thing I wanted to, oh right, yes, I wanted to get in some speakers. Facilities, I believe, is actually where it is. Speakers, yeah, some ambient speakers. Y'all were saying would be a nice thing to add. Ooh, we can add a music speaker as well. This is a big speaker. This is a very big speaker. Let me go ahead and embed you into this column over here. You facing the right direction? Where is your? Where's your? Is that your tweeter up top? Looks like it. Okay. Not sure exactly if this is how the speaker's supposed to be. No, it says that's upside down. All right, you know, not that it matters, I guess, but there we go. So if I were to put the speaker here, what kind of music do we have access to here? Africa, India, okay, all right. North America playlist. Sure, let's put the North America playlist in here. Volume is auto set, I guess, and then if we get the ambient speaker, get just one ambient speaker up top in the middle. Should be able to get some like birds or something soothing going over here, I think. Crickets, birds of the jungle. Birds of the jungle, I think, is the way to go. Yeah, let's go with birds of the jungle. Cool, and I think that's all we can do while paused. We've done some lighting work. I do want to add some visual effects and stuff as well. So let's go ahead and first things first, we're going to save the game. Because someone mentioned in the comments, it's like, hey, you know, going that entire thing without pressing save even once made you anxious. Well, now I'm retroactively anxious. Let's see, what do we got over here? Bred 3 exhibit animals. Great, let's claim that. Wait for the next one to come in. Let's go ahead and say hello to everyone. So what we're going to do is we're going to hit play. We're going to get some of the visual effects and stuff going, like some of the waterfalls and things like that I wanted to do. And then we're going to, I think, time-lapse, get to work on our, finishing off our monasteries, and probably get everything there hooked up as well. Get our our gondola is going, our trains should already be working. We need to get some work done over here as well. In fact, sorry, before I hit play, sorry, I completely forgot. I was gonna do this last session, but then it became the 4th of December, and that time lapse took so long to record that I didn't have the energy to complete this at that point. But we need to get a staff path over here, so that our staff can come up here and clean up. Go and reduce the width a little bit. Can I just tuck you in over here or over here? Nah, this would be too tight. Is there another way we could? Let's go ahead and sure pull you down from over here. So if I hook this up over there and set you to go down, there we go. Oh, tell me you're gonna work. Come on now. Come on now. Thought I saw it blue. This is what I wanted. There we go. Only if it turns that way. All right, fair enough. Doesn't have to be a spiral staircase. Just want it to be small. Like, want it to have a small footprint, I mean. Let's go ahead and get underneath there. Yeah, don't mind the the tracks. Yeah, so that'll allow our staff to come up over here. I just need to find a way to get them across, basically from over here. That seems like the right plan. I'll go ahead and do this kind of a thing. Well, the boat ride happens over here, so I got to be wary of that. I guess it would have to be from over here. Oof. It's a long walk. It's a long walk. The other option is, of course, to make a bridge over here, which not the end of the world. I do like this kind of a thing. I don't mind how that looks or anything. Put the stairs down there. Come on now. Can't connect over there, evidently. Pull back a little bit. Go ahead and turn that angle snap off. It's kind of getting in my way. All right, here we go. And go up. Straighten you out. That, I think, should be enough to oh, come on. I think that'll be enough to clear the to allow the boats to clear from underneath. That angle snap back on. There we go. There we go. I'd say beautiful, but we're not quite there yet. Oh, almost. Almost. Bring you down. There we go. There we go. Oh, we're so close. Yes, there we go. Beautiful. So now there's easy access for our staff. You can come underneath. And what we'll do is we'll decorate this up, give it that same Indian aesthetic, so that you have the Indian aesthetic and then you cross over and it becomes this like hill station, kind of a monastery aesthetic and whatnot. But yeah, boats can get underneath here, so that's good. Pretty fancy side, actually, I have to say. And then staff can get up there pretty easily as well. Wouldn't have been a bad idea to have a mechanics thing over here as well. I mean, I might be able to put one. It's okay. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. This should do the trick. All right. Cool. Staff path done. That was a big one. That was a big one. Another thing I wanted to address as I'm about to hit play. Many of you have been suggesting for a while that I put in another entrance. Now, some of you have said I should modify the entrance. That's something we can do. We can go in and we can change our entrance. But another thing is adding a new spawn point. The thing is, in franchise mode, you cannot add new spawn points. I cannot say, okay, new animals will come from... Oh, new animals. I was so used to calling the guests animals. New guests will come from another entrance over here, and that way we'll get more traffic at the pandas. You can't do that in franchise. You can do it in sandbox mode, but not in franchise mode. So unfortunately, as much as that's a good suggestion, it's not one we can integrate. Let's go ahead and hit play. Let the people roam around. Let them enjoy our spot over here. Wait, no. See, I keep forgetting the crucial. Calling them animals reminded me. Arctic? Nah. How about New World? Yeah, that kind of matches the aesthetic a little bit, in that it's clean. This also works. Yeah, sure. Let's go ahead and put you there. Let's put another one here. It was very well put. No one should ever throw trash in there. ever. We've got those, and on this side, let's go ahead and put there. That better be enough. And I also need to get some benches. Another thing that was pointed out, and this I'll do in regular speed, is that not having benches might be why people aren't checking out the pandas, because they're getting tired on their way there, and then they just go home. So that's an interesting point. I didn't even think about that. I didn't even think about that. Go ahead and get one there, put one here, and put one over here. Maybe this will influence us to see a little bit of activity over there. I'd like to see people sitting down in there and enjoying our memorial. I hope. Okay, now I can hit play. Trash is taken care of, seating is taken care of, now I can hit play, get the special effects going, get the waterfalls and all that happening, and lighting and stuff as well, though guaranteed things are going to start interrupting me right away. Power source is inaccessible. How? Oh, it's just because we're paused, isn't it? Unpause. Hopefully it'll go away. Power source is inaccessible. That's not true. There we go. See? Knew it. It's taking its time. What else have we got? Can't find accessible staff room. You'll be fine. I'm sure they'll be fine. And of course we have our inspector coming through as well. All right, fair enough. Fair enough. So as that's happening, where is our zoo has gotten so big. It is so hard to keep a track of where everything is. There we go. Oh, looks like it's going to be nighttime soon. And it's almost about to be year 101. Okay, no, the sun is rising, not setting. Good. Good, because I got to do some waterfalls here. Small ones, though, like they can't be too big, right? Geez, even the small ones are... Okay, hold on. First of all, midsection. Oh, of course, it's raining. We get water... over here, perhaps? You know what? That's too big. I need the other thing. The fountain ones. And I keep forgetting what they're called. Ooh, you know what? I can also do this. Falling dandelion seeds. So pretty. That looks so pretty. Let's go ahead and get you down there. Falling leaves. Yep, absolutely. One there. One here. There we go. Our first visitor. That's great. You know what? That makes me happy. Even if one person comes in here, that makes me happy. Listen, you quiet you. I'm happy. Alright, what do we want here? We want, I don't want smoke or anything. Not rapids. Jet splash? No, that's the splash, but I need the jet. Yes. So how do I want to play this? I think I want to do this kind of a thing. So, like this. This kind of a thing. Yeah, maybe something like this, I think, works nicely. Nothing too overstated or loud or obnoxious. Yeah, just a little something there. There we go. That works for me. And I mean, I could do them lower as well, so it feels like it's actually going all the way down. But I think it communicates well enough with just the one. So let's go ahead and put you up over here. Well, actually, we don't want over here because there's no water for it to fall into. That'd make for a very awkward and dangerous area to walk into. Got you. Let's spin you around a little bit. Push you in a little bit. Come on now. There we go. Raise you up. So it should feel like the water is coming from up over here. Love that it's raining for Nikedra. Rotate you a bit. Come on now. Work with me here, game. A little bit more. And I think we need to maybe lean forward a bit. Alright. Oh, there we go. The game's just like stuttering every once in a while. Doesn't like how much we're doing with it, I guess. There we go. That's better. That's better. Alright. Getting into the groove. The rest won't take me as long to do. The rest won't take me as long to do. I say as this thing refuses to rotate. I don't sometimes understand what prevents it from actually turning. It's like it's entirely based on a physics simulation, and it has no like direction of its own. Where'd you go? Now you're firing straight up. Yeah, I'm not sure. But it's okay. Got that one figured out. Let me lower it a bit. Yeah, I'm liking how that's feeling. Just a little bit of visual variety and interest. I believe one more, or maybe it's two more. Yeah, I think it's two more. Okay, let's go ahead and rotate you a little bit. There we go. And there we go. Perfect. Like I said, it's gonna get faster. Also, the sounds, love it. Great idea, great concept, and it's working out nicely. Working out real nice. You're gonna... There we go. This makes me want to go to Niagara Falls. Haven't been there in a while. Haven't been there in quite a while. Canadian side's better. Heads up. Diseased animal. I'm guessing it's the peafowl. Yeah, if you're ever gonna go check out Niagara Falls, you want to check out the Canadian side. Adding 2 there wasn't so bad. But no, let's not overdo it. Not overdo it. This is supposed to be a classy joint. It's supposed to be a classy joint. There we go. All right, a little bit of rotation here. We'll do the trick. I think that's it. Perfect. Wow, and it looks quite nice when it's so sunny and bright. There you go. I think that does the job. And, oh no, Janvi. Yeah, these elephants, they're also... Campylobacteriosis. I'm glad I have all the research and stuff happening. I think it's already done. I think we've done all the disease research. I think. Everything here is done. Yes. Cool. Good to know. So she'll be taken care of. She'll be taken care of, no problem. All right, so that's the memorial basically done. There's some lighting work that needs to be done still. The trees will be lit up, make them feel all, ethereal like we always do. The heater, right? That's another thing I want to kind of move. Go ahead and let's go ahead and shift you over to here. Putting a heater next to trash is really the smartest thing you could do. Go ahead and put a heater down inside as well. I want this to be a nice, warm, cozy, comfortable spot. I want people to come here. I don't want them to feel the chill of death. I want them to feel the calmness of it. There we go. There's also a very interesting suggestion of putting a fire pit in the center. I kind of like that. Fire is such a powerful image and visual when it comes to, life, death, the circle of life. It's also a powerful image when it comes to animals. My oh my. I like that. The falling leaves, the rain. I hope YouTube's compression isn't making this too hideous, but... Oh. I'm so glad we were here for that leaf. Alright, done. It's not going to get better than that. Okay, so that's that taken care of. Let's go ahead and do a quick once-over with some of the important things we should be taking care of. For example, this is a problem, but this is good. 5 stars once again. All right, why are we losing money here? We've been losing money, I think, for a little bit. I think... No refunds. What caused this sudden loss? Is it our new ad campaign? Because I did start a new one, but I can't imagine that's another 25k of losses. Is it a lack of income? If we're in May, so if we multiply this by 240, so maybe it is a lack of income. Ticket sales. Oh, wow. Looks like income is kind of down across the board. Donations are fine. Donations, if they double, we're close. I'm curious now what's going on here. Gotta keep an eye on that. I know we have one free train ride. Oh, jeez. Y'all are waiting, aren't you? Where's our train? You. Station 141. Don't block station. And what do I have to turn off again? This was suggested in the comments as well, I forgot. Maximum wait time, let's make it 30 seconds. Turn off minimum wait time. Any load. That should do the trick. Oh, Buddy's here to check out the leopards, I guess. With a good view. Also, yeah, in response to some of your concerns, I don't think these torches are close enough to the leopards to scare them. Plus, they can't see them. And we do, in fact, have the bedding in here already. So if people were to come up here, they'd get a great view of our snow leopards. And pretty soon, they'll get a great view of some baby snow leopards. Oh, they're so cute. So cute. Our flamingos are hungry. I think I might need to hire some more people. Ava, welcome to the zoo. Power source failing. Let's go and get a mechanic coming in over here. And let's see. I might need to check animal happiness a little bit. Because again, low happiness does affect people's willingness to donate. So that might be a part of our issue. I just want to take a quick moment to say it's really cool to see this working. It's really cool to see this section having some action. Oh, people coming through. I just want to see how they behave. We haven't done this in a long time where we actually see how people interact with aspects of our zoo. Nor have we seen how animals are doing. You might need to do that a bit more. This area seems, well crowded well enough. Lots of people want to use these trains. Oh man, I'm wondering if I should add some more trains. Dropping the prices ever so slightly. I think I dropped it by like what, $3 or something, has made such a difference. Incorrect sex ratio with the Indian fowl. That's fine. I want to see people get on here. No. Maximum wait time is causing issues now. Maximum wait time is causing issues now. That's a problem. Let's allow them to wait for a minute. Because, I mean, we saw what happened there. 30 seconds was just not enough time for everyone to get off and next batch to get on. That was number 3. Number 4. Okay. 2, 3, 4. Number 5. And then got to number 6. Okay. Just check real quick here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, that's all of them. Hopefully, because that's not good. People just kind of sitting there doing nothing is not good. Anybody getting off the train over here? Lots of people getting off the train over here. So that's good. We're getting people to check out the polar bears. Are they? Oh, yeah, look at this. I mean, there's actually people in here. Are they donating? Yes, they are. And down over here? Indeed, they are. Up there playing with the... Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Here we go again. Oh, it's such a cute animation. Can't believe that you can see the spot from up there, but nobody thinks to actually come here. It's like, come on. I think it's just too far for little benefit. It's okay. The animals are having a good time, right? Overall, very happy. Enrichment is starting to go down a little bit, but we'll let it drop a little bit further before we call it and replace stuff. How are our wolves doing down over here? Toys are fine still. Got a couple of puppers in here. Oh, they're just so cute. They're just so cute. Multiple animals have low welfare. Is that the Titan beetles? Do it. Cleanliness thing. Maybe the social group a little bit. Might want to thin this herd out a bit. Just because we can. Let's go ahead and select all. And then... Oh my god. Is it all females? No. We have 1 male. 2 males. Wow. That should get rid of the social group issues. Good stuff. Alright. That'll sort itself out. And it looks like night's falling right now. So, we could do a little bit of lighting work to the memorial, because that's something that's left to do. Ooh, that might actually stay quite bright. We'll see when night falls completely. Because the lighting's turning on, but it's not pitch black. You can see it's still kind of golden hour, sun setting. By the way, those of you that are interested, golden hour is the best time to go and take pictures. If you are into photography, whether it's professionally or you just like taking pictures, whether it's with full camera or with just your phone, doesn't matter. Golden hour automatically makes everything look so much prettier. And you can actually look up golden hour calculators. It's different depending on the time of the year it is, depending on where you're located, because it's all a matter of the angle of the sun. So, oh my god, it's all boys. Right, of course it's all boys. It's because of the one female that we're having a problem here. Let's release you to the wild. Oh. Alright, cool. Because now they're just a group of bachelors. Now they don't care, right? Incorrect ratio. I thought we solved it. Hold on. What is the maximum size of a bachelor group here? Because that might still be a problem. And for... There we go. Doing there, buddy. Scratched in a little bit. Where are we? Zoopedia. I never recognized the Zoopedia icon for some reason. Let's see. Male bachelor group size is 4. Wow. Okay. Okay. You can be quiet now. Let's get rid of our older ones. That would be you 3. Release you all to the wild as well. There we go. A little bit of extra conservation credits, why not? It's also been a while since there's been a community challenge, which is kind of funny to me. I'm surprised. A little bit more love for the snow leopards. And actually, I wanted to see, well, night's fallen now, so let's go ahead and work on our lighting over here. But I do want to see if people are looking at the right parts of the snow leopard. As in if they're going to the right spots. I want to see if the train rides are getting people to where they need to be and things like that. Go ahead and split you from the group because I prefer having this be separate. There we go. I'll use my other camera when I'm doing such fine-tuned stuff. Pressing T changes the camera type, and you can get a bit more precise with movements with one of the cameras. This is a... There we go. I like that. Like that. And can we also, just for my own happiness, I guess, because no one can really see this. Oh, come on. Don't rise, son. Ooh, interesting. Do like that. Do like that. The inside's really nice as well. It's like very ethereal kind of lighting. Bottom up lighting is always feels strange. It's not natural, right? Humans are so used to the sun lighting everything and lighting always coming from the top. Whenever something is bottom lit, it looks ominous or strange. It looks inappropriate. And that really influences, you'll see that a lot in like movies, like filmmaking and stuff. When they want someone to look evil, oftentimes they'll light them from the bottom. Because it doesn't look right. You're just like, there's something wrong here, there's something off here. And of course with these leaves, just because of how they light up, it looks like they are ghostly as well, but in a nice way. We like how the leaves look bottom lit. If I could see you, I'd appreciate that. There we go. There we go. I think what we can do is we can actually angle you down a bit. There we go. I don't want this to light up the memorial. This is just for the leaves. There we go. I think that works nicely. These guys are being blinded right now. Just zapped in the eyes. Oops. Go ahead and set you down over here. Rotate you. Face that way. Go. I could actually make these maybe like a red or something. Ooh. Yeah, that's too much. Too much. Stick with the green. Stick with the green. At night, this comes to life. The orange turns to green. There's a certain poetry to that. What about back over here? If we can rotate you to face that way. That's not the right direction at all. This way. There we go. Beautiful. And okay, what happens if I make you orange? Oh, I like this. I like this a lot. The idea that in the day, one set's alive and the other set's, dying, and at the night, the other set is alive. It's the circle of life done with lighting. I'm very happy with this. Oh, so at night, the back ones are orange and the front ones are green, and in the morning, the back ones are green and the front ones are orange. You know what? I like it. And I hope y'all do too, because I might be a little too excited for something which is relatively simple, but I like it. I do like it. All right, great. Right. So this is done. I think I might want to do a little bit of lighting. Sorry, I'm maybe a little too pleased at that concept. I like a little. I like a good bit of, you know, conceptual creativity, as it were. There we go. A little bit of bottom lighting over here. Lights our memorial sign up as well. And that, I think, is all I will do. I don't want this to be overstated, right? I want it to be elegant. And I think just a little bit of a spotlight there does the trick. Beautiful. That, yeah, this doesn't work for me. This is not working for me. This is not working for me because it is, again, a little too overstated. So what if we do this? There we go. This feels a bit better. Feels a bit better. Give it glowing eyes like our tiger in Bagraba. All right, cool. So with that done, I can go ahead and hit play now. I don't have to worry about the sun rising. That, oh man, I like that. I like that little switcheroo, flipping colors. Oh, very happy with that. Also, I do like the backlighting over here. Maybe we do put that fire in the middle over here. I really like the idea of the fire pit. I really like the idea of it. I just want to. I wonder if it's the right thing to do. I mean, animals fire. I mean, we've used fire elsewhere, so why not, right? I don't know. I have to think about it. Oh yes, people are actually coming up here. That's great. That's great. If you come a little bit closer. There's babies. There's babies. I can hear babies. Where is it? There it is. Jess. Oh. Look at that. Altan Tetseg. Tetseg? Tetseg. I can't. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. So if anybody knows better, let me know. Just want to deselect everything so it's not glowing, please. There we go. Oh, what a gorgeous little baby. No, look the other way. Look the other way when the lighting's so good. And there's another one too, isn't there? Yes, there is. Yes, there is. You're not a baby. You're an adult. Right? Yes. Yeah, I can tell my adult snow leopards apart from my babies. Where'd you go? It's so dark in here. Maybe I need to light this place up a little bit. Oh my god. They all ear wiggle the same way. Honestly, this makes me so happy. Oh yes, go to the scratching post. You stalking your are you stalking your mom there or your dad? I'm not sure which one that is. Dad. I want to see this interaction. It's nice to every once in a while take a moment to just see the animals interact. And I saw it in the comments as well previous session. Like, hey, you know, it's good about animals. Can we see the animals some more? Yes! 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 I am so glad we stayed here for that. And I was just about to say, I wholeheartedly agree with the comment. I should take more time to just catch and capture those little moments. It's so adorable. Oh my god. Okay, fantastic. All right, snow leopards. Y'all could use some new toys, I suppose. I wish there were like climbing platforms and stuff were considered toys. Guess I could put a rubbing pad. They're not unhappy, but I guess I could put like a rubbing pad or something down at the bottom. We'll let the baby get bored as well first. We'll let the baby get bored as well. And actually, where is the baby? Because I need to make sure that baby here. Where are you? There you are. Need to make sure that a baby can't escape. As we know, yeah, see, there's a little escape route there. How come? Oh, you know what? It's just because of how the barrier curves in at the top, I'm guessing. Yeah, that's it. Oops. We're here. I want to add another. Nope. Over here. Come on. Okay. Don't even know what I'm redoing anymore. over here, I want to add... Come on, game. Work with me here. Work with me. That's the thing. It's not going to actually escape, but the game will consider it having escaped. As having escaped, sorry. And then it'll give me a warning and stuff. Oh, we were so close. No. Okay, hold on. Wait for it. What if I... There we go. Come on. There we go. That should do the trick. Now if we go and find our baby. Excuse me. Where's my baby? There we go. And if we check your ability to escape, when it refreshes the habitat... Yeah, looks like we're good. Wait, that's the adult. There's our baby. Yeah, looks like we're good. Okay, cool. No escapes happening anytime soon. I wonder... Yeah, I can get down. They're just choosing not to. Fair enough. Again, we got to do a little time lapse there, right? So we'll look at that more in a bit. Things are looking pretty good otherwise. Money is being made again, it feels like. Okay, cool. This year has ended up being... Oh, last year was very... not good. Let's put it that way. But we're bouncing back. This year so far is alright. It's year 102 already. The years go by so quickly. It's year 102 already. I want to see the trains. Are the trains still moving? Because I know I made a change over here. How much of a problem is that causing? These guys have all left. Are you going to get a chance to get on? Yes. The next group is too big for that. Alright, fair enough. I do wonder if I should add another train. We got people waiting over here. Got lots of people waiting over here. Up over here. Lots of people waiting. This is their only way out. Train's arriving just in time. Let's see how this interaction goes. And we got to make sure that working fine, right? So these guys are all going to step out. Not too many of them, unfortunately. But this means that there were a lot of people here. Barely see the polar bear from here. I hope you're not trying to see the polar bear from here. Or the pronghorn antelope. Least interesting rider word goes to small steam train 6. Are you kidding me? Oh no. These guys, they're stuck here. Okay. Hang on. Let's up the maximum wait time here to 90 seconds. That's wild. I didn't think it would leave just empty. That doesn't make any sense to me. Shouldn't be leaving empty. And we should definitely, though, add some more trains. Can't do that when we're open. Let's see if these guys are able to get on. I just want to see if this change has made a difference, but we need to add more trains. Maybe 7, maybe 8. Might not be a bad idea. And these guys are all able to get out. That's so weird. These guys have looped around and are just coming right back into the line. Hurry up, kid. You're blocking everyone. There we go. That's closed. This is not good. Okay, so let's go ahead and pause for a second here. Number of trains. Let's make it 7. Make it 8. Hours per train. Can I make it higher? No, I can't because we've got a little bit of an issue with the size of some of these platforms. Let's go ahead and lower the max speed. Many of you were suggesting the max speed should be a little bit lower. We have an extra train, so a lower max speed I think should be fine. And now let's open it. And unfortunately, all these people get booted out to the exit. They're just going to loop around. I lose the money as well. You can't farm that to make money. Before you think that's a possibility. No one coming up here? We saw some guests up here, so that makes me happy enough. No donations, but we saw guests up here. And did we see any guests down here? People are coming through. No donation bins down here, though, so can't really check the effectiveness. Oh, there we go. Yeah, that's right. Come through. Put a donation bin down here. Pause real quick. Put a donation bin down there. I just realized that I haven't got all the education boards and stuff done in this area. Which might be a good segue into our time-lapse, maybe. Maybe. Party. It would be a good time to time-lapse. Let's get that down there. Just let me get the education down. I just want to see how people interact with this space a little bit, and then we'll dive into our time-lapse. The reason why I want to do that is because I want to see if we can find any gaps because of the behavior we observe then I can, you know, work towards it. Whereas if I just dive into the time lapse, I might miss something that would have otherwise been obvious. Okay, just... Oh, there we go. All right. And where am I trying to go? Out over here. Up over here. Where are we? Why are you over there? There we go. There we go. Okay, perfect. This will hopefully incur some donations for all this work. I mean, come on. People who call this zoo okay don't know any better. All right, that's that. Let's go ahead and unpause for a second, and we'll get our time lapse started soon. Really, you're all just coming here for the washroom? Come on, look at this. Look at these views. Look at the animals you get to see. Look at the crazy stuff they're doing. Look at that. There, that's right. Taking a picture with his camera pointing on to the floor. You do you, man. You do you. Hear the baby snow leopard from up over here. I wonder if they'll ever climb of their own volition, like without me having to like put them up there. I wonder if they'll ever climb. They can, but Tinbull, another Tinbull. Yeah, there were many reasons to not do naming in the memorial, and one that was often posited was the fact that lots of animals have the same name despite being from different species and things like that. So lots of little issues. This has become a really beautiful and active place. It was suggested that I add some different animals here, maybe add another animal that can actually coexist with these guys, and that would draw new guests here again. It's not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea. I just wonder, you know, like the sanctity of this space. Would it be preserved if we were to do something like that? Very nice and crowded, though. We are getting some people coming through still. Still making some money. We're still making some money up here. And we got people coming out over here? Yeah. More people are just watching from over here. I mean, I wonder if I need to do something here instead to draw more people to the hall. Place is not as active as it once used to be, but still pretty active. I mean, that's what happens, right? When you go back to the same zoo 1,000 times, eventually you get bored of seeing the same thing over and over again, I guess. Litter on the path. That's not okay. Deal here. Negative impact on guests. Oof, there is litter on the path. Where's our... We need more janitors. Did someone just drop a whole book? No, it's a burger. Packaging for a burger. Okay, so clearly this is too far for trash. Please. Holding back the choice words that I have to say about these people. Come on now. Where is our closest janitor? Gotta get a janitor in here. Someone's got to be en route, right? So dirty. Let's go ahead and take a look. Staff. I say janitor, I mean caretaker. Arctics, no work zone. All right, you. D. Strauss. Trying to de-stress with your wandering? Come on, buddy. It's not okay. Where'd you go? Trying to escape my iron grip here. Oh, there he is. I think. Yep, D. Strauss. Let's go ahead and move you. Right outside our memorial over here. There is work to be done. No time to wander. Cool. Just hanging around. I love it. Cleaning litter. Okay, there we go. Cool. Cleaning. Over here, the memorial. Seeing any action? Not right now, but that's fine. We know people come to it. And the snow leopards. Let's just do a quick little observation during the rain, and then we'll hop into our time lapse. Hey, I'm visiting. Papa Nurgle, you're visiting. Saying hello isn't going to make me any money anymore, I don't think. Any conservation credits, rather, I mean. Yeah. You can only do, what, 5 a day, I think it is? 5 hellos. And what's our new release to the wild? Release 1 giant panda to the wild. If we get any new pandas. King Tai. We have 2 pandas in here, male and female. Hopefully we'll get a baby. I don't know. If we're lucky, if we're fortunate, we might get a baby. If I actually take a look at my animal storage, what do we have in here? A couple of you we can't trade out right now. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at this trading opportunity here. 120s, 200s, 200s, 500s. Who's this? 445 for all greens. Maybe 400s. You, I think we can definitely go for, let's say 400. Right? Noah, let's go ahead and say 300 here because of the lower immunity gene. And Waldo, people are always looking for you, I hear. So despite the low immunity gene, we'll try 350. All right, let's try that. See what that does for us. Okay, people are coming through over here, getting some donations, here. Okay, good stuff. This is probably dead. Yep. More people will come here as well once we get the gondola ride done. They'll arrive over here, and then hopefully they'll come up this way. Over here, people are, yeah, coming through. Good stuff. No donations yet. I wish there was an overview mode that gave you, like, I wish I could go here, click on, let's say, education. No, not education. I guess click on guest needs and have, like, an option which is, like, ideal views. Or even if it was habitat and, like, ideal views or something like that. So we could get an understanding of where people are enjoying the view versus where they're not. And I wish I just knew more as to, like, why they were enjoying a view or not, you know? Like, up over here, yeah, this is a pretty good spot to be in. Maybe the education TV needs to be up here because they're otherwise stopping here and they're not actually getting a good view of the animal while they're reading the board. So, I mean, let's try that. Let's try moving this over here so the view is still clear, right? We'll see how that affects people. And, of course, it's got to snow in July. Snowing in July, are you kidding me? Kidding me? So my plan moving forward after, you know, the snow stops, time lapse, finish the snow leopard enclosure, then finish Santa's workshop, maybe today, maybe next session, then new animal. And the new animal I will do either based on what I've already seen in the comments being requested, or I'll throw up a new poll next session. But it's going to be Southeast Asia. We do have to do the Indian rhino as well. Don't worry, I haven't forgotten the rhino. It's just there are other things that need to be done as well. Lots of other animals have been requested too. The Komodo dragon has been requested a lot. And the orangutan, don't worry, I'm really excited to do them. I love orangutan. I got some great punny names for stuff already from many of you. So don't worry, that'll be coming soon as well. And that'll allow us to make this connection. And it would give the boat ride a bit more value as well. So that's on top of my mind as well. We'll just have to see what order we do stuff in. But I think the next spot we'll go to is Southeast Asia. But many of you were saying that yes, you'd like to see me complete some things before I move on to another new enclosure. So we're going to complete the the snow leopards today, and we're going to complete Santa's workshop next session. Maybe next session we end up doing Santa's workshop and a new enclosure. I'm going to aim for that. That's going to be what I try for. Yeah, I think that'd be nice. This is looking really beautiful as well. One of the suggestions I got for another zoo for our franchise is a nocturnal zoo. So just everything is always nighttime. Interesting challenge. I like the idea a lot. I might eventually, when we open up a new zoo, I might actually do that. Interesting thought. Okay, people are using that. We're waiting over here. Train will hopefully come through soon. And despite having extra trains, people are still waiting, eh? What about up over here? Still waiting. But, well, it emptied out when I closed it down. Typically, those people loop back in. Okay, no one's over here. Wonder if we want a little heater over here. What's the deal over here? We'll just chillin'. 160. I mean, really, come on. These are some good views, man. Drop some donations. How much money you got? What are you doing here? Oh my god, you spent over $1,000 at the zoo. How do you spend over $1,000 at the zoo? I mean, I'm not complaining, but oh my god. It was actually suggested that people might not be able to see through this glass, which is a bit worrying. However, we do have, you know, those gaps where people can look from. It looks like I need to get a heater out here. People are not having a good time. I can find a heater. Where are we? Temperature. I know there's a heater here somewhere. On the inside, there we go. Go ahead and get you... Oh wait, you're a heater, aren't you? You are, not operational. Whoops. Turn you back on. That'll help. Keep people out here for longer when it's snowing and when it's frigid. Yep, melting away. Alright, cool. That might draw out some more donations and stuff as well. Like, overall, guests are, I think, happy. If we take a look at our zoo overview, crime, go ahead and replace these. Had a feeling. Guests. Umbrella, okay. Short flurry, okay. All the complaints are about things that I can't really control. Average guest needs are mostly covered. Average total spend is 143. Average time in zoo is 30 minutes. Yeah, so that's a number we got to work on upping. I think if I add some more benches along this path, let's see. Your happiness is low. Your energy level is pretty low as well. What about you guys? You work here? Energy. I wish I could see how quickly the stuff drops. It's also cold over here. All right, let's work on this a little bit. I also don't know if darkness actually affects people's opinions. You see, like, these guys are exhausted. So, okay, let's pause for a second here. Just because I keep saying, oh, look at all these problems, and I'm not actually solving any of them, which bothers me. Let's go ahead and put a bench down over here. Here, and over here. Okay, got 3 benches there. Wow. These are not lined up. Okay, there we go. And there we go. So that should help. Let's go ahead and get a bench. Get a bench out over here by the snow. By the lamps. All right, one on that side. One on this side. We got a bin over there, so that's good. Some spots to rest. Get benches on either side of the bridge as well, right? So if you want to rest before or after it, cool. Up over here, we're going to do the gondola, right? So let's not get ahead of ourselves there. And over here, what if I add some benches over here? So before people move on, they're able to rest a little bit. Let's turn the light on. Before they go down that path, they're able to rest. Now, let's get a heater here. It's on pause. Got the benches down. Where is my closest heater? I know there's some here. Hello, buddy. Not going to make it 34 degrees, but, you know. Make it warmer than it is right now. Make you, let's say, 20 is comfortable, I think. We had 20, we had 10 degrees yesterday, and I was so pleased. So pleased, so beautiful and sunny. It's nice to see the sun again. Also, just a heads up on the topic of the sun, folks, daylight savings is active. Daylight savings is very frustrating. And it also doesn't happen at the same time everywhere at once. So you may or may not be seeing these episodes releasing at a different time now. And if you see it releasing at a different time, it's because some countries have started daylight savings. Some have not started daylight savings yet. They will at the end of this month. And some countries don't do daylight savings at all. Daylight savings, like, I could rant about the problems with daylight savings for hours. It is terrible. It is horrible. It is archaic. Basically your clock either goes forward by an hour or back by an hour. And the idea is that you have more sunlight during the day, and that's supposed to make you happy. Except there are more car crashes. People are more exhausted for like a couple of weeks after the time change happens. And it's an archaic thing from like one theory is it's from the Industrial Revolution. I think many countries adopted it at the Industrial Revolution because you don't want to burn your oil lamps for too long because you want to save oil. So if there's more time with the sun, there's less time burning oil. Then there's a belief that it was a belief. I say it's a belief. I've heard multiple like sources of like why different countries have adopted it is what I'm getting at. One is I think the German army in World War II used it for, I think, similar stuff, preserving fuel and things like that. Alpha status is fine. Animal died over here. Call a vet. Anyway, sorry, I could rant for hours. I hate daylight savings time. It's terrible, but it's active in Canada right now, and I believe in North America as a whole, actually. Don't know about Mexico, actually. But it is active in Canada, which means I'm still uploading at midnight EST. But if you're in, you know, for example, the UK or whatever, you might be seeing, it might be at a different time than it used to be. But we'll sync up again soon. And for some other countries, we won't sync up until next year, March, or next or later this year. What is it, November when it switches again? I forget. But it switches again eventually. All right, this is all good. Energies here is good. Sorry, I got distracted by a mini rant there while putting down benches and stuff. I really do hope that these benches help. I could add another set. Here's what we'll do. We'll add another set down over here. Add a set over here next to the cave and the heater. There, let's do that. We'll add some trees here and stuff eventually. I'm just waiting for the sun to... I'm waiting for it to become noon, basically. But the sun's right above us. Good deal here. Yeah, we got some people there. And hopefully with the opportunity to sit down more often, more people are likely to come up here. Now you've got full energy. I wish I'd caught them and seen if they were... if they had a chance to sit down or anything like that. I imagine so. They've caught the pickpocket and returned all my stolen money to me. Security here is great. Sorry, pickpocket? Question mark? Looks like they're looping back to check out the pandas again. So that's good spot in the comments of like just being like, hey, you know, people are tired and maybe that's why they're not seeing these animals. Feeling like that's exactly what's going on. Riverboat ride is full. Keeper has not attended this habitat in a long time. Supposed to be every month. Get a keeper in here. I also actually want to check the animals in here because we have a lot of babies. Oh, it looks like a lot of the babies have become adults. Maybe we trade some out or release them into the wild. Wow, that's a lot of conservation credits. You guys are getting old, so what I could do is I could, yeah, release these 3 into the wild. That's a lot of conservation credits. And again, these guys are, I believe, critically endangered. So, let's release them, and I'll look at their Zoopedia afterwards. 674. Oh, you know, I get... Cancel that. Okay, let's pause for a second. Let's do a little bit of actual, you know, breeding, genetic management and stuff. So, Samar here is all right. It wouldn't hurt to lose him. Ovni is all greens, 83, 66, 66, 100. Okay. 83, 66, 66, 100. 83, 66, 66, 100. Okay, looks like Daksha's pretty good. I mean, they kind of just swap genes, I guess, you know? I wouldn't mind trading out some Summer. Let's go to Zoopedia here. I want to check what their numbers are. Up to 7 males, up to 7 females. I'm almost tempted to, yeah, get rid of Buddy here and replace him with a superior so that we can get really high quality genes. Can I release you to the wild though? I think you might be... Yeah, we can. Wow. Fertility remaining is hurting that a lot, but it's okay. Let's go ahead and do that, and then we'll hop into our time lapse. I apologize. I know I said that countless times, but we've spent so much time building things for the last like 3 sessions and not managing things that now it's caught up. That there's so many things that need to be done for the animals that I just haven't been doing, and now I finally got the chance to sit down and do them. It's just taking a lot of time. We only want to look at male Gariel, please and thank you. And he got them here, has better stats-ish. Not really where it counts, I would say. Abhiramnu? Never heard a name like that. I've heard names similar to that. Like Abhimanyu or Abhimanyu. But anyways. I guess that is what that would be. Sorry. I distracted there. What about Viraj? You know, Viraj is actually... Feeling pretty good about Viraj. You know what? Let's 14.4 years old. Do a quick check. Life expectancy is 50. Sexual maturity just been reached. All right, sounds good to me. Now, hopefully, he hasn't been traded out. Viraj, where are you, buddy? There you are. 300 conservation credits is not that bad at all. Go ahead and get you into quarantine first, of course. Up over there. Isn't there a closer one? I thought we'd... I guess not. Oh, it's so wild to think this is where... Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. Into quarantine, please. The shape of our zoo has changed so drastically. All right, so that should lead to some much better genetically inclined Gharial, I would think. But Samar, it is time for you to return to the wild. Go ahead and do that. Get a new male in here and start breeding some higher quality Gharial. I think that'll be good. Drawing a crowd, these guys. They're drawing a serious crowd because they are. I didn't even check. They are, I believe, critically endangered, right? Where's the... Yeah, critically endangered. So... Explains their popularity. What's the deal here? Is Crocs blocking you? This is a constant, isn't it? Even if I block them a little bit. Oh, let's go ahead and pop you over. There you go. Get these boats moving again. I should do that. If they're stuck for too long, I should imagine it's like a keeper who's come through and is just like ushered a croc over with like a bag of meat or something. Anyway, sun is up. It's looking absolutely beautiful. People are coming around to our monastery over here, but there is a little bit of work that needs to be done to just get it across the finish line, folks. That's what we're gonna do now. Is this crowd gonna get through? Are you gonna? I just need to make sure that these trains are working, guys, because they haven't been for so long, and it's kind of making me very nervous. These guys don't look like they're having a good time. Come on, get on there. No, this is not unacceptable. Half load at the very least. This is not good. Minimum wait time, 30 seconds. This is not good. These guys are starting to get really upset, and we're going to start seeing some refunds. Get me out of here. I'm stuck. Okay, where's the next train? It's coming. But the sun's about to set. And this is the perfect angle of the sun, because it's like over there, so it's lighting up our canvas rather perfectly. So, folks, those guys can wait. We can't. Feels bad saying that. The snow leopards can't. There we go. That feels better. It's time-lapse time. All right, folks. Lots of interesting stuff on this one. Definitely happy to say that we finally complete our monastery area. Well, I should say monastery area, the snow leopard area today. Well, monastery area will include the Himalayan brown bears that we'll eventually get to, and it'll be that giant monastery complex that I've been wanting to do. So I'm really excited for that, especially with how today's time-lapse looks at the end of it all. It makes me feel that much better about this entire area. I was really worried about, you know, how it might end up after... Like I was worried I was committing to a direction that might not work in the end, but it does. It does. Even at night, we actually do the lighting and stuff, and man, I'm really happy with it. Adding more of these prayer flags first, though, just kind of spreading them around. Like I've said, you know, whenever you go to a place like this, you'll see, if you've ever seen pictures, you'll see countless flags. So I thought, okay, let's replicate that. Let's not overdo it. Let's not make it too like messy or anything. Plus, I am kind of limited with the shapes that I'm able to use because there's just that one piece that I'm looping wherever possible. But I you know, spread it around a little bit. Try to put it everywhere in the enclosure and around the enclosure. So there's a consistency. It all kind of gets married together. There's a bit of a yeah. Well, it's a part of the aesthetic, right? So the aesthetic has to match from front to back and side to side, so to speak. I didn't like those flags. They did not feel natural at all because they didn't follow the rules of gravity. Which was not okay by me. So, yeah, I mean, there's not much to talk about in this initial phase. Just kind of doing the flags. Then it's time for a little bit of vegetation work as well. I thought I'd add some trees over here because it was very barren. Trying to stick to the Himalayan vibes, the Himalayan birches and pines and whatnot. And eventually we'll you know, light them up and stuff as well. Here you can see I get a little distracted. I just had to put some more benches down on that side, hoping that people would maybe get off the train if there was a place to rest or something, you know, something. Then comes this section over here. I actually spent quite a few do a couple of attempts over here. First things first, I adjust the barriers a little bit to try and take the, let's call it the ugly approach. I thought this might work because we do it down at the bottom, but it doesn't work as well up top over here. It just doesn't have the same feeling, doesn't look right, doesn't feel right. So I was like, all right, cool. Let's stick to the stone because that at least feels more like it belongs. It feels, I don't know. The other option just felt a little lazy, and this felt like, okay, we're actually doing something nice. Got this nice interlocking pattern. It's working pretty well. The curve here might be a little too strong for these big pieces, so I actually do go in and use the smaller pieces to build, to start building this curve, I should say. But ultimately, I'm dissatisfied with how this is looking as well. I don't know. There was just something about it, and it was a bit of a bummer. I wanted people down below to have not a clearer view of the animals up top over here, but I wanted them to potentially catch a glimpse. But with stonework like that, that would be impossible. I also tried, okay, well, how does this stuff look? It matches aesthetically. It matches the monasteries in the rest of the complex a bit better. So maybe this would, I don't know, do the trick. No, it doesn't do the trick. And you can see, I mean, it doesn't feel right. It feels weirdly cobbled together. I don't like it. And temporarily I settled with it. I even moved the scratching posts down. But then I started getting towards the end game here, what I actually end up sticking with. I get rid of the walls. It takes me some time to commit to it, but I get rid of the walls. I've got that extra little, mini canopy kind of a thing going, and I decide to use that as, I guess it's a second hard shelter. I hope the snow leopards don't use it too much, but I like how it allows me to kind of cap off the barrier in using glass, and it looks nice, and it complements the overall aesthetic. It feels like it's part of the whole piece, so it doesn't like stand out like a sore thumb. So I like this. I like this solution. I might make some small adjustments to it later, but from up top you can see looking pretty good. And now it's time to go into the darkness to try and work on some of the lighting and stuff. But of course, I saved the game because the game is almost guaranteed to crash, like it did. Here we are. Second time's a charm, though. It worries me because every time the game crashes, it actually the recording. I have to stop recording and start a separate session. Separate like recording file, because in the past that's what's caused me to lose hours upon hours of footage. I think that's my assumption. Anyway, step one is lighting up some of these trees to get them looking that ethereal, fancy kind of a way, and then just trying to figure out the right color in here and the right distribution of lighting as well. I don't want it to be too bright. I want the whole space in general to feel kind of mellow, and then the inside of the cave as well needs to be lit up. With the cave especially, I want it to be extra mellow. On the guest side, I keep it all natural with the torches, whereas on the animal side, we have to use the spotlight a little bit to light it up properly. But you can see over here, yeah, just trying to keep it very dim. Don't want to be too invasive. Don't want to cause any trouble, quote unquote. Like, don't want the animal to feel troubled, is what I mean to say. And then just on the side of the mountains as well, just trying to cast some nice shadows and get some nice spotlights wherever possible. I gotta also make sure about the tints of yellow I use on the snow. Don't want people to think something's going on that's not going on. And also just trying to light these buildings right without, like that red, if it gets lit up, it's so bright, it takes the attention away from everything else. So I have to come in from an angle over there and down over here as well, getting a light, and then trying to hide it underneath this little circular space that we've built, and adding a light over here as well to make it look like the window is actually shooting a light out. I don't know. Oh, it's a fair bit of, there are a fair bit of lighting pieces, but the overall end result I think is still nice and subtle, and has a very controlled feel to it. It's not like the vibrant pinks, or the unnatural pinks, I should say, or the hyper bright lime greens and all that kind of stuff that we do every once in a while. It's none of that. It's a lot more muted, and it feels a lot more calm. And I feel like the connotation there is, and the connection there kind of writes itself, so to speak. Adding a couple more torches up the steps, and I will also build the wall over here. I do need to build supports for these platforms still, for like the path over here, but I figured I'd save that for some other time. Maybe when we come around with the Himalayan brown bears, we'll go ahead and cap some of these things off. And here, I think I was contemplating, wow, words, all my life decisions, just trying to figure out what else there is to do. I was just like, just going through my notes, trying to figure out like, okay, what else do I want to do? Is there much more to do for this area to, you know, feel complete? I think we're pretty much complete. I mean, at the end of this time lapse, obviously there's still some stuff to do. This time lapse isn't done yet, but I think we're pretty much complete. But as always, I mean, y'all leave your suggestions down below. I think it'd be nice to move on and complete the Santa's workshop, and then add a new animal perhaps next session as well, or perhaps a session afterwards. So I think today, at the end of this time lapse, is where we're going to call this enclosure done finally, though we might, as always, nothing's ever 100% done, right? So we might come back later on when we're doing the Himalayan brown bears and make those modifications. Meanwhile, in here, got to add the do not disturb sign. Again, that was a great suggestion in the comments. I wholeheartedly agree. Hopefully that'll actually keep the people quiet, because that's the idea of that cave, little meditation cave. But I don't think there's all that much else to do. I do like the side of this mountain, so it's not as terrifying when you're coming around on the train. But overall, yeah, this is pretty much it for this time lapse and for this enclosure. I hope you all like it. I know it's been many episodes to complete it, but I hope y'all don't mind. It's been a big project, and that's the time lapse. All right, folks, that's the time lapse. Pretty happy with that one. Really happy with how this space is looking. We've got like the brighter side over here where you can, you know, it's a bit more, I guess, lively. It's a bit more lit up because we've got the China section over here as well. We've got, we'll have the gondola coming over here, all that sort of stuff. So this side is a bit more, noisy and bright. And then on the other side, we have, I would call this a bit more calm and I guess meditation-y. What's the word? You know what I'm getting at, right? Like it's calmer, it's quieter. We even have a do not disturb sign in here. That was a recommendation from the comments that I really liked as well. So hopefully people will stay a little hush in there. But yeah, really kind of warmer tones, very dark over here. But on this side, we've lit up the trees, trying to keep the trees not lit up over here, just to again give that sense of a little bit more of a natural, like aesthetic lifestyle, a little bit more of a just more attuned with nature, I guess, sort of an approach over here. So we've got torches and stuff, but not so much electrical, wiring work and stuff, and a little bit of lighting over here as well so that when you're imagine being in a train rounding this bend and not being able to see out, like pitch black, nothing to see. That's actually rather terrifying. Let's go ahead and see if we can't. Maybe we can do this. Maybe we can go in and get a little bit of lighting up there. Let's see if we can, right? It's got to be a lot brighter. And we got to like rotate it down a little bit. Oh, rotate it up. Oh yeah, there's like nothing to light over there. Light's just shooting into space, even if at its brightest. That's too far away, as can be expected. But maybe we'll light this up. I kind of like how dark it is at night, and then you get by it, and at least there's a little idea of like, okay, I'm not about to go right into the side of a mountain. I feel like that's important. But yeah, feeling pretty good about this. And final little thing I noticed while working on the time lapse, when the game actually crashed, I spotted this, and I don't want it to crash again, and then I can't share it with you. But take a look at this amazing face that our friend here is making. Like, this animal does not look like he's having a good time, or she's having a good time. Yeah, she does not look like she's having a good time in the water here, and then kid back there just dropping a deuce, watching mom struggle through the water. doesn't look like a good time at all. Anyway, let's go ahead and swap to daytime, or do we end this one at nighttime? Wild. Looking at the zoo at night. Really happy with how this has turned out. Really happy with how the memorial has turned out as well. If I can just get here. Yeah. Okay, here. I just wanna do this. Hopefully the game won't crash. Let's go ahead and save the zoo in case it does. And we're gonna switch night today over here because I'm yet to see the transition over here. And I really want to see it. yeah, I should be able to hopefully save his blueprint. So y'all see the orange and green. Oh, here we go. Well, it didn't work exactly how I intended it to, but the game crashed, and when I loaded back in, it was daytime. So if you flip between frames, you'll be able to see the transition from night to day. Sorry, I'm like nerdishly proud of of what we have over here in terms of the lighting and whatnot. Anyway, back on more general topics. Things are looking pretty good. I'm pretty satisfied with how our he's still struggling in here. It just look how concerned she looks. She's like, ugh, water. Do not like water. Very cute though. Very cute. Very, very cute. Anyways, folks, this is where we're going to call it a session. Pretty happy with how the enclosure has turned out. Hopefully people will be visiting it more, and hopefully we'll be getting some more money out of it. Finances look like they are turning back up, or trending back up, I mean, so that's good. To those of you that like looking at our finances, every so often I try to remember to pull everything open so you can actually see. I apologize for how often I forget. Ride tickets. We're losing money on rides? Oh, I guess because last year people bought tickets. This year I must have closed the ride or something, and then it reopened or something like that. Anyway, point being, because you refund them when you reopen. Anyway, point being, things are looking pretty good. Things are looking relatively secure. We've got lots of animals who are doing quite well. I'm hoping, again, next session, we're going to complete the workshop up there. I've got some great suggestions from y'all already that I'll be integrating. And then we'll move down to Southeast Asia. And I'm not going to throw a poll up this time because I do want to think about it as well myself. I might throw a poll up next episode. But hey, this episode in the comments, y'all let me know what you want to see next. Y'all let me know what you think about our zoo. Look at it. It's huge. Also, it kind of looks like a dinosaur. If I angle it just right, that's the upper jaw and that's the lower jaw. Looks less like a dinosaur from this angle. I should maybe like stick to like that. Yeah, like that's its giant eye. No, this looks nothing like a day. Anyway, folks, if you had a good time, leave a like and a comment. A massive thanks, as always, goes out to all of my channel members and patrons for supporting the channel on a monthly basis. You keep us alive and running smoothly. And a big old thanks goes out to each and every one of you for watching. Until next time, cheers.